Janeah. I'm trying to get my boss on board. I don't know if Facebook is intentionally messing with me because, okay.
Okay, hold on, let me straighten myself out here. Wait. Okay, so I do sincerely apologize for that mishap. Wait, I'm trying to get
Trying to get your right angle, yeah, because
I'm trying to get the volume up now. Okay. Can you hear me?
Girl, I can hear you loud and clear.
I can't really hear you well.
You can't?
Oh, it just can't, it just will not stop. I can't really hear you at all.
You can't hear me at all?
It's very, very low. Oh gosh, hold on.
Oh, because you on your phone volume. You have an earpiece?
Okay, hey, let's disconnect and reconnect one more time.
Wait. Who just tuned in? Whoever just tuned in, because wait, I need to know if this is just whoever just tuned in. Can you hear me? Whoever
No.
just tuned in. I'm trying to see if the people could hear. You can't hear me, Shy.
It's mad low. Let's disconnect and reconnect one more time. One more time.
Okay.
Okay.
Sarita, can you hear me, Sarita? Sarita, can you hear me, girl? Oh, you can hear us both. Oh, Lord. I finally got her on.
It's crazy because I can hear you on before I join. I can hear you clearly. It's not until I join that I can't hear you.
So now you still can't hear me? Since you don't have no headphones that you plug in, nothing. Look at that freeze. Let me screenshot that freeze. Hey, y'all. Welcome, Boss Conversations. Now, she must have a call coming in. I got my boss on. We done went through all this to get on here.
Okay, I hear you now.
Oh, now you can hear me.
I don't know what happened. What'd you do?
I ain't do nothing. What did you do?
Shit, nothing.
Look, I'm just happy to have you on, okay? Because
hey, well, I'm happy to be on.
This has been a situation, okay?
Look,
we
old,
spent the
girl.
whole hour yesterday trying to get this together.
I know, but it's all good, sis. It's all good.
It's all good. Welcome, Miss Shy Sharif, to Boss Conversations, owner of Pea Shoots and Company.
Yes, ma'am.
Also, Sis is an author. Sis has a couple things going on, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later.
Yes,
but we're here to highlight what's on her shirt right there. We're here to highlight this business.
Please.
Sis told me some years ago she was about to get into this, and I didn't know what the heck she was talking about. I was like, microgreens? What are you talking about? I was thinking of some old other kind of greens. Right?
Okay.
But sis was like, dog, it's this new thing I'm about to get into. And so I've been following you, and I'm really excited about everything you're doing. I'm excited about how, like, you went from your trays to full displays. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Oh, well, thank you.
So you ready to rock?
Hey, I'm ready. Born ready, baby. Let's do it.
Make sure y'all see my shirt, right? Y'all see that?
Straight out of Facebook jail.
Ish. I'm out of Facebook jail. Ish.
Well, it don't seem like it. They seem like they holding some things against you, but it's all good.
That's why I'm saying ish. I ain't all the way out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's go, sis. I'm ready to rock. So let's begin by telling me the name of your company. What do you guys do, and what areas you service?
So the name of the company is Pea Shoots and Co. Pea Shoots and Company. We are an urban farm. We operate out of a converted grow space out of East Orange, New Jersey, and we pretty much service. We're open to whomever in New Jersey. We're on DoorDash, so we kind of can get around in that area. But with that said, I try to stick to pretty much North Jersey. We do have a few in Upper Central Jersey, but mostly North Jersey.
So you said you're an urban farm.
What
exactly is that? Like, is this a new way of farming or something?
Well, okay, it's multi-part answer to that. So first of all, A traditional farm is you have to have a traditional small farm is at least 4 acres to become certified. So in our community, you know, a lot of times, you know, we don't own the land and so forth. So, you know, you have a lot of what they call urban farms popping up, or, you know, inner city farms that they have where people are doing them in their homes, backyards, you know, everything. So I just wanted to take that same concept because I know that it is extremely important to, you know, be able to grow what you're eating and know where it's coming from. So I was like, you know, this is really this is something I want to get off into. And then with the concept of the microgreens and just how fast they grow and so forth, okay. I've always wanted to get into traditional farming or but mostly for my own self, not for the public. But once I got into it, I just got completely consumed. Like I tell everyone, it's the most soothing thing I've ever done, the most peaceful. You know, when you're dealing with nature, it's just hard to top it.
Right.
So, yeah, so with the microgreens and the way that the turnover that they have, I was like, this is the perfect setup, you know, versus trying to grow outside. Let me grow inside. But, you know, I was already, before I started doing the microgreens, I was already playing around with the tower gardens. So if you're familiar with that, that's another it's called vertical farming, where the is growing up versus growing out. So once again, trying to compensate for not having those acres. So, you know, you're trying to get as much as you can, you know, to grow indoors. So a lot of people have moved on to vertical farming where, for instance, like the tower gardens mostly hold about 25. You can grow about 25 different plants and they grow in about 30 days. Versus the microgreens, you know, they grow in about 8 days, the majority of them.
Wow. Oh, in 8 days?
For the microgreens, yeah, the majority.
So what's the difference between microgreens and like regular greens, or regular, like what is the micro part?
Okay, so you have the full grown crops, which we are traditionally used to, and then you have the microgreens, which are the it's the phase before, it's after the sprout, but before the baby green. So it's kind of like right in between there, you know, where they grow up maybe about 4 inches, and then they reach, you know, their full peak at that point, and you're harvesting them in about 8 days. But the main thing, what all the craze is about regarding the microgreens, is the fact that the nutritional value, the medicinal benefits that it has. They are loaded with pretty much every vitamin you can think of, including K. And if you know anything about vitamins, you know that's a very hard vitamin to extract. So they're loaded with, I mean, pretty much antioxidants. Just all it's unparalleled. Like they have so many different properties to fight off so many different medical issues. I mean, you name it, there's a microgreen that can counter it. And I'm very careful. Like for instance, COVID. You know, people say, "Oh, you can cure COVID." So let me just say this, because I have a product that we are currently working on, and I'm actually calling it the antidote, because it's just good for so many things. But people say, "Oh, it can cure COVID." Let me put my disclaimer, because I don't have time for none of y'all. Okay, okay. Let me put my disclaimer out there. I am not trying to go against the powers that be talking about I can cure COVID. What I will say is this: it will definitely offset your symptoms, your pain. I mean, pretty much if you're congested. I mean, I've had people come to me. I had this. Okay, perfect example. I had this young lady. She worked with another guy who the guy who I do I sell his honey. But so his honey is also used in this product. So long story short, he gave it to a lady at his job. And it was her and another sister, and they both thought that they had COVID, but they started taking the medicine, and it literally knocked all of their symptoms out. So one of them was just like, "I'm good," you know, and the other one was like, "Well, I still want to get tested and see." She got tested, and she tested positive, but you know, she still didn't have any symptoms, so it was like nothing to do. So, you know, and I mean, it just goes on and on. Like I said, whether it's, I mean, you know, just keeping it real, whether it's backache, menstrual cramps, arthritis, I mean, this particular product is good for so many things. And one of the reasons why is because it has the buckwheat in it. So the buckwheat within itself is just, it's a painkiller, literally. It's a natural painkiller within 30. I have an ongoing joke. Take 4 to 6 of these and call me in the morning. Literally in 30 minutes, your pain is going to be gone. I don't care what type.
Really?
Oh, it's my bestseller. Oh, okay. Wait, 1 second, because it sounds like Raisin Dion just came back on in the background. So 1 second, I'm sorry. Hold on. Wow. Okay. Wow. You gotta be kidding.
Is that the new season?
Girl, it is, and so far it's looking like, okay, I'm trying to turn the whole damn TV off. Yes, it's looking, I'm so sorry, y'all. It's looking like it's gonna be good too. Yeah. Oh, you was a Raisin Dion fan? Yeah.
Girl,
it just came out today.
Like Are they gonna make another one?
That's why I'm like, when you said, earlier when we were gonna go on at 7, I was like, as soon as you said, I'm like, oh, I'm about to get all off into raising Dion, but it's all good. So, yes. But okay, back to that. What were you asking?
So the buckwheat, you said it's a natural painkiller. Now,
Yes.
I got fibromyalgia. I deal with pain every day, and I hate taking pain pills. So I'm always looking for natural remedies to alleviate the pain. Ones besides 420. 420 definitely helps, but to have like medicinal greens and things like that, I never knew that buckwheat was a painkiller.
Janeah, it is. But let me tell you something else that's a painkiller as well that is more easily accessible. Cilantro.
Really?
Cilantro is it's a painkiller. Yeah, as a matter of fact, so as I stated, buckwheat is my best selling crop. Even with the smoothies that I make, the inflammation smoothies, they go like crazy everywhere we go. But cilantro is also in that smoothie, and it's just everything in there is for inflammation. But I mean, I'm telling you, like I have a lot of elderly customers. They literally swear by it. I have cancer patients. I had one young lady literally reach out to me and tell her mom had blood cancer as well as HIV, and she started eating, using buckwheat. And when they would go for her appointments, they noticed that her levels, were down. Like
balance and yeah.
she was just like blown away by it. And it's so. I mean, like I said, that one within itself is just amazing. I'm a fan. Everybody, I've never met anyone that's. It could be a toothache, Janeah. I don't care what it is. It is gonna knock that pain out. It is certified money back. That's the one product I always say money back guaranteed. Because I know you're gonna be a whole fool to come back and hear somebody you in pain when everybody you will be the first. But no one ever does. They always come back like, oh my God, wow, this is truly amazing. So
wow.
Yeah.
How long have you been open?
So it has been,
or not necessarily even open, because you could have actually started the process before opening. How
exactly.
long have you been how long have you been doing this, engaged in this process?
About a year and a half, I would say, fully engaged, where I was just like, I'm going to actually do this. I started ordering, things for the farm long before I got out there, about 6 months probably.
Right.
But it's been about a year though since we've actually been just out as Pea Shoots registered so far, and just really, hitting the markets and things like that. So that's been about a year.
Oh wow, and you're doing so good for a year, girl. I thought you've been running for at least 2 years now. That is dope, because you stay busy, like you
Yeah.
stay doing stuff. And I'm loving the website. I love your logo. It's so cute. I love the little P thing, the shoot thing. I love that thing. It's so cute. So what all do you produce, as far as your greens and your products and things?
Okay, well,
If someone wants to come to you, what can they find?
Okay, well, we have an assortment of greens. One of the things that we really push, and a lot of people are like, why do you sell it so cheap? We have sell the product so cheap. It's not that they're so cheap, because microgreens are actually very expensive. For what you're getting, they're just expensive crops. Like I said, mainly due to the medicinal benefits. But the reason why I have a weekly subscription of $35, and a lot of people are like, well, wait a minute, when I bought this, and this, that came to more than that. And I'm like, yes, but the reason why I have it so low is because I want it to be welcome. I want people to be interested and open to that idea that, okay, because I know they're not familiar with microgreens. They're not familiar with the benefits of it. But if they taste them, you're going to be blown away. They taste better than any of the greens you could ever get from the store. So you're going to be blown away by that. Plus, when you add the nutrients and medicinal benefits to it, you're going to be a sold customer. So I know if you can get past the cost of it, like I have a lady right now. She was actually a winner in a contest they had for the city of East Orange, where I donated. It was a monthly subscription of microgreens. She just reached out to me the other day, like, I want to buy some greens. Like, her subscription is now over, and she's still like, I want to get some greens, because, like I said, you can taste the cleanliness, Janeah. Like, literally, there's no dirt. There's no. I use cocoa core. That's
okay.
That's the grow medium that I use. And it's just it's coconut husk. So it's very clean. The whole process, you're spraying the plants down multiple times a day. So by the time you're harvesting it, it's just like, you could literally eat them right off of the tray. So people are really into that. And, the latest craze is the health craze anyway. So, pretty much everybody is trying to get in on that, eat healthy, lose weight, whatever the case may be. And then throwing out all the health issues everybody got as we getting older. So, yeah.
Okay. So you have the microgreens. I
Oh, I'm
saw on your
sorry. Wait. Okay.
website
I
you
didn't even
have,
answer the
go
whole
ahead.
daggone question. Girl, yes. The
It's,
I'm sorry. I'm long-winded, okay? Okay.
it's okay.
So the
Love it.
microgreens, the medicinal smoothies. We have we have the inflammation smoothie, the digestive smoothie, one for the heart, one for the digestive system.
Okay.
Okay, and they are absolutely delicious. They're non-dairy. Once they're frozen, they can last up to 6 months in the freezer. Everything's all natural, fruits and not herbs, but fruits and microgreens and so forth. Raw honey, natural honey, local honey as well. So that's
Right.
also in there. We also, as I stated, that's going to be coming soon is going to be the antidote, which is cough, cold, flu, and for an assortment of other things. But we're going to put that out. We have, our healthy snacks. That's another big thing that everybody just
Yeah.
loves. We have the healthy snacks. So right now we have different flavors of granola. Right now
I
this month,
saw that. Those look so good.
Janeah, they are delicious. We have we have the pineapple and sour apple granola, strawberry and banana. We have strawberry and sour apple, traditional cranberry raisin. And then we have another best sellers is we call them sticky nuts. But they
Sticky
yeah,
nuts.
because they're sticky, but they are so good. They're almonds and they're honey roasted almonds with quinoa, flaxseed, and chia. And then we have the dried fruits that we do. So sometimes it'll be pineapple and sour apple, it may be strawberry and banana. It's just a mix of the dried fruits. So those are a really big deal. And we also have a fundraiser attached to that as well. And people can also sign up for that fundraiser. But one of the groups that we sponsor now is Jump Kids Fitness. And if anyone decides that they want to donate to that organization, they get 20% of any sales that come through those healthy snacks.
Okay. And I saw you also have I saw you had videos on your website. And one of them I saw was the quick pick me upper salad.
Oh yes.
So that's a salad? Is that like for energy? So you got salads too?
Oh yeah. So somehow so here's the thing. Even though I can actually cook, my whole family, we throws down in the kitchen, burns up in the pans. But that was never my idea, to start trying to cook. But what happened was by me having the greens everywhere I went, I kept getting labeled, the vegan lady, and I'm like, okay. I'm definitely not, but okay. But okay. So I started getting gigs where people wanted me to just cook vegan food. So I had to, just come up with some different dishes, and the rest is history on that. I mean, like literally, I have a few clients, and they're vegan clients, so I'm literally constantly looking for things to cook. Even though, let me give you a perfect example. So by me not being even vegetarian, more so close to probably pescatarian, yeah. So when they're like, we want you. And this is early on, so I had this one gig, and she's like, I want you to, make vegan food. So when she gets there, she's like, so everything is non-dairy, and I'm like, yeah. So girl, I'm making I'm not even thinking like cheese. I'm not even thinking none of that. I'm just thinking it's no meat, okay? It's no meat, girl. So that was a thing. But girl, they were still tearing it up. And here she came, and Fallon, if you're watching this, I'm sorry, darling. But she came with some vegan sour cream. And I'm like, no. We're not, no, we're not gonna do that. I don't even know what the hell is that. But still, all my vegan people, I really love y'all. I appreciate y'all because they have truly been they've been really holding me down. So I really love that. And like I said, so many people have just been so responsive to everything that's going on. So
Okay. So I know you said earlier that you initially started this because you wanted to grow for yourself, for your own personal purposes. But you then decided to make this a business and take this venture out to everyone else. What prompted you to go ahead and start the business and make this an experience for everybody else, not just your own family?
well, so I always tell the story, Ruth's Chris. They had a spicy salad there that, I mean, literally was just the bomb. I would order this salad even if I wasn't ordering food just to go, but it was so good. And I was wondering, like, where are they getting these little greens from? And I looked everywhere. I'm talking about everywhere, and I could not find them. So finally, I'm online one day, and I started seeing. I looked for about 2 years though. This is the crazy thing. Couldn't find anything about these little greens, just baby greens. So I'm looking, and finally I see microgreens, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, this looks like what they had. So that was what initially like sparked my interest. But so now I'm researching because I'm trying to figure out where can you buy them, how can you grow them, and I started just getting into how lucrative microgreens were, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh, then I realized people in the States weren't really doing it. Everybody I came across, they were mostly foreigners. They were a lot of Canadians were doing it. So I came across this, I started coming across people and different things that they were doing. And I just started, just realizing literally just to give you an example, microgreens are the second highest grossing crop. Mushrooms are number one. So that just gives you an idea, and I mean, literally I'm talking about people who were starting like in their basement, making $10,000 a month, and literally within a year's time had already graduated to $20,000 a month and having to get a warehouse space. So it was not only extremely lucrative, literally not only extremely lucrative, but literally
it wasn't a lot of competition either.
Not a lot of competition, and then just the benefits that we were bringing to our community. So that was what made me just really move forward. So it was a few things. Like I said, I love the greens. The money, of course, was great, but the fact that I immediately realized, okay, I can help some people. We can stop popping these pills, you know what I mean, in our community like crazy, like crackheads. You know what I mean, and offer some alternatives. And so far so good. Like I have this one customer, bless her heart. She literally told me that she sells her medication now so she can buy the microgreens.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Okay, and who am I to judge? Who am I to judge?
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So, yeah, man.
You gotta do, sis. Do what you gotta do.
You gotta do it. That's what I told her.
So Sophia asked the question. She asked, are the smoothies safe for kids?
Yes.
Okay, so kids can take them. So and that's really good because there are people who have kids that are dealing with some issues and some health issues as well. And we don't want to be pumping our kids up with all of these medications that they try to push on us. So it is good that you have another alternative that parents, that people could buy. Also, it was also asked, could your products be shipped to Georgia?
Okay, so they can, but here's the thing. Right now, I'm still shipping the dry products. I don't have a problem shipping the frozen ones either, but the greens overall, when I was trying to ship them, they didn't do that well. But it was kind of the way. I mean, at one point, the first time I shipped them like on a Friday, so and I did priority, so it got caught up in the weekend thing. And then the next time I did it, I mean, it was just, like I said, kind of on me, but I just kind of took that off the table because every person that I shipped to, they just didn't do well. So I said, okay, until I can come up with a better alternative. Yeah. And that's why another reason why I'm actually doing a lot of, I'm now moving on to like capsules and things as well. I forgot to mention that for people, who I can't ship to, they can still get the dehydrated version of the green in capsules.
Ah, that's dope. Okay, that's dope. All right. Hassana says she need a subscription, and what is the cash app? Because she ready to send you some money. Okay.
Well,
okay, sis.
Pea Shoots. That's it. $ Pea Shoots.
Okay, so that's it, sis. Actually, Hassana, go on her website, Pea Shoots and Co. co.com. And check everything out. She's got a menu on there. She's got the cart.
Oh, actually, Hassana is. So let me just say this: Hassana is actually aware because she actually was one of the first people to reach out to try and get some greens. And
okay.
Yeah, but she was also one of the ones that it didn't arrive well. So her along with my family. So it's so funny because I shipped theirs on the same day, and my mom, she is the worst critic, so she called right off the rip, talking smack. And then Hassana followed up. So I was already ready for her by the time I got off the phone. By the time I got to Hassana, I was ready for her. Because my mama had already laid it all out. So I'm like, oh God. But so yeah. So yes, but we're working on the green shipping. But everything else, all the dry goods and the frozen goods are shippable. The wheatgrass, the frozen wheatgrass, all of that.
Okay, good. Because Sophia wants smoothies and she needs smoothies shipped to Georgia. So that's dope. I'm loving that. And I would like to try the smoothies too, because I definitely want to try the inflammation one. Anything
Yeah.
with inflammation and pain relieving, I definitely want to try that. So I'm gonna order that as well. I love it. I love it. I'm glad we're talking about this. So I really got have a full, understanding of your products and what they do and how they work. That's so awesome. I When I was looking on your website and I was looking at the videos, I saw you had a tutorial on the pH balance of the water or your greens or something. So, are you also teaching people like how to cultivate these things or how to grow them and stuff like that? Are you also into teaching this?
Yes, so I'm starting a master class because I've had so many people reach out from the very beginning. So in the spring, moving towards the spring, I'm trying to roll that out, and I'm very excited about that because it's going to just be so exciting. It's going to be focusing on how to grow the greens, the microgreens, as well as utilizing the tower garden. I have another special edition for essential oils that I have a sister that's going to come in, and yeah, we're still working on them. I may even have my honey guy, but like I said, the thing when you're dealing with bees and honey, it's better to be hands-on. So I don't know how that's probably not going to translate well, but I may still have them just come in there and do talk about the benefits of it and producing your own honey.
Oh, that's what's up. Make sure we get together offline after this. I want to make sure I mention it because I just wrote myself a note. Make sure we get together after this and talk about your master class because I want to talk to you about that
Okay.
before you roll it out because I want to tell you about some nuggets. When you do your master class, you want to make sure you do that right because once you get that master class going, that's going to take you to a whole nother level financially. Master classes are what is in
Oh,
right now.
absolutely.
So yeah, we definitely got to talk a little bit about
Okay.
that because I want to
Let's
give you
talk.
any nuggets that I have from the people that I've been working with, so we can make sure that when you do it, you get the full benefits of it on the educational side and the monetary side because you don't
Absolutely.
want to miss nothing and you want to start off on the top. You don't
That's
want
right.
to, you want to start that thing off on the top. So
That's
I'm
right.
so proud of you with that, girl.
Thank you.
That is
And
dope.
you hit it right on the head. You definitely want to start out on top because there's so many little stumbling blocks along the way.
And
So if with
think about how long you researched it.
oh yeah,
Think about how
yeah,
much you had to go through to learn
say
this.
that
So
again.
you're not the only one that is doing that. And it's people out here. I'm a researcher, so I'm cool with researching.
Yeah,
But there are people who are not. And so they will pay you. Look, there's some people out here that rather give you $500 to teach them how to do this versus going and taking 500 hours trying to learn how to do it.
and I will
And
gladly
that's
take.
really
I will
and
take it.
that's really where it's at. So it's very lucrative when you're in a business that is probably about to boom because we're probably going to have more Americans moving towards that, especially for the reasons that you said in the beginning, because we're not gaining land here, we're losing land in
Yeah,
America. You
absolutely.
know what I'm saying? And access to it. So there's going to be plenty of people that want to learn how to grow inside and maximize the monetary as well as the product, the produce.
Yeah.
So
And
definitely
and let me
like
just
that's
let me
and a
just
master class. Are you doing a physical master class or are you doing an online? Have you
so it's going to probably be a mix of both because I actually have
right?
some students who we're basically sponsoring Jump Kids Fitness, and they are going to eventually come in and be a part of the actual physical class because they want to learn the garden and do different things as well. So at some point I will be opening it up and bringing them in, but it will be a lot of online classes as well, going live and so forth and hands-on. I plan on, like, for people who sign up, I'll be sending them their own trays and so forth. So when I go live, we can together plan and the whole game. It'll be still a hands-on experience, even if it's online. But I just want to
Oh man.
elaborate on something else you said about the growing the food. And not only that, one thing we cannot lose sight of the fact that times are just changing, period, in the food industry. Period.
Yes.
Or, a lot of genetically modified foods. I mean, a lot of the stuff is not even real nowadays. So it is extremely important to know where your food is coming from.
Come on.
You know what I mean? And I mean, it's just no ifs, ands, or buts. Like I tell, okay, like just like going into like for instance, a grocery store. Most people, I'm positive, are eating fake bananas, genetically modified bananas. No, all jokes aside, just here's a simple little test. When you go in, if you pick up the bananas and they have 5 digits on them and it starts with a 9, that's genetically modified, period. So you know how they have little codes like 49137 or whatever on there? If it starts with a 9, yeah, write that down. If it's 5 digits and start 9, those are, that's, I'm sorry, wait. So if it starts with a 9, that's organic. I'm sorry. If it starts with a 9 and it's 5 digits, it's organic. If it starts with an 8 and it's 5 digits, that's genetically modified. And if it starts with 4 digits, that is conventionally grown, but you know, grown with pesticide, contains pesticides.
Wow.
So like I said, you know, and then, you know, they've changed the food label where it literally is going to be saying on the back that it's genetically modified, but it's already out there. Now, it's not just fruits. That same thing applies to veggies, herbs, and nuts as well. But the fruits are the only ones that actually has to have the physical label on them. So long story short, a lot of this shit we eat is just not real. And that's just the truth.
And so you're not really getting no benefits.
You're not getting no
it.
benefits,
So
no
you're
nutrients,
not
nothing.
The nutrients that you need.
And you wonder why people run around here acting like they
I was just about to say, this is why people run around here so crazy, because their whole system is out of whack. They are not, you know, they're not balanced right. And so people out here, you know, you look at, you know, it's funny because you say that. It's this guy that usually stands outside of Aldi, right? The Aldi that I go to. And he's usually always out there. Now, I meet a lot of really smart homeless people all the time.
Mm-hmm.
This young guy, I've helped him out plenty of times. I let him, you know, bring stuff to my car. And usually I've been seeing him for years. So I walked past him the other day, girl, and he was outside, and I looked at him and I said, "How you doing?" He said, "The fuck you all in my face for?"
Oh.
I was like, "What was that?" I said, because I said, "How you doing?" "You think I want you to talk to me?" So he just flipped out, and I was like, "Man, bro, you hungry?" I was like,
"Let me get you a Snickers." Shit.
Why did I say that? I said, "Do I need to get you?" I said, "No, that's the problem. You probably been eating Snickers." You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you need some vegetables.
But
he was so mad at me.
Janeah,
look,
no kidding.
I'm joking, but I'm so serious because I'm like, man, his balance is off. I'm like, it might be other kind of chemical imbalances going on, but I'm just saying, like, bro needed a Snickers, and I was like, fuck you eat, because it got you all tripping. How many times have you seen me and you gonna flip out on me like that?
Janeah, I had an experience so similar to that, right? When I first moved over here, this guy, I used to see him all the time. So he would always be literally at the Popeye's chicken drive-thru at the edge as your car pull out, right? So this particular day, I'm in a good mood. I'm feeling the glory of God, okay? Things are just looking up, okay? So he's like, "Can I have $1?" I'm like, "You know what, brother? You can have 10, okay? All right." Girl, the next time I saw him, now this time I'm actually inside the damn Popeyes, okay? I don't have the protection of the car. So he comes in, he asks for $1, so I'm like, "I don't have it." He immediately is like, "You know, you lying, bitch, you lying." So I'm like, "Brother, last time I gave you the $10, girl, that man cursed me. I called him. I said, I'm trying to clutch the pearls I don't even got." And I'm like, "Okay, let me get my head." This is why I rose through the drive-through. But the point is, like, but my point is, he saw me one day and it was all good, and the next day he literally was like, "I'll kill you." And I'm like,
yeah,
you ain't got to say it. You ain't got to tell me twice. I'm out.
Yeah, you know, mental health is already a big issue. They've closed down all the mental health facilities, the resources, and things like that. On top of that, you have people who are already have chemical imbalances. Then they're eating nothing but hormone-induced food, steroid-induced, injected food, chickens grown without heads. It's all, you know, people don't even know that there are chickens being grown without heads.
Well, how do they not know it? KFC has been doing this literally for about 20 years.
But people really don't know that. Like, I told somebody.
Well, okay, well, what about
like,
this?
What you mean chicken without heads? I'm like, Google it. Like, chickens,
no,
Janeah, what about running around with no head?
What about the horse meat that you can get from White Castle and Burger King? Yeah, that meat is not 100% ground beef. It is a significant amount of it is they can put up to 75% horse meat. And I'll never forget years ago when I was still a mail carrier, the postmaster came in one day and was joking around. He had an article like, "Oh, well, I don't have to tell you no more that, you know, they had to make that announcement, but that was it. They didn't have, like, once that was about 10 years ago." So when you're going to Burger King and you're going to Well, we didn't even get to McDonald's, but Burger King and White Castle in particular, you can look that up. They are actually using horse meat. Oh, someone said Checkers too.
Horse meat ain't that bad.
but I'm just saying.
I never knew that I liked horse meat.
But here's the thing. Why? We can't just have beef?
But why y'all can't tell me that I was eating
my whole point. That's my whole point. Because I don't even eat beef necessarily. Like, I'm not a big beef eater, but you know what? I'm addicted to oxtail still, but that's another story. And let me just, on another note, and this damn eat goosey and fufu, I just completely became this. Girl, I'm in here eating goat and all kinds of shit now, okay? So, and I like goat anyway, but just to be ordering it, taking the place of my oxtails, yeah, you got to be good. But
I got fresh deer meat up in here that was killed down south, slaughtered and ground up and all that, no preservatives or anything. And when I tell you, when you eat fresh meat like that, it tastes so different. Like, you don't even know until you eat it. It tastes so different. It smells different, and it runs right through your body like it's supposed to.
Yes, it do.
It does not sit caked up in your body. And I mean, I love it. I got turned on to it a couple years ago, and my friend went down south last month and brought a whole bunch back. So I was able to get sausages and steaks and patties and different things. So I'm all about the goat meat and the deer meat. I'm really trying to get away from meat, but I don't know when, I might be 1 foot in the grave when that actually really happens, like totally. But this is good. This is very educational, and I'm glad that I'm learning these things, especially about the microgreens, because I'm like, wow, until we figure out how you can get them to me fresh, I need to figure out where I can get
this
some.
The thing, I can ship them to anybody next day delivery, but the cost is so high. You know what I'm saying? For next day, you're pretty much paying what you're paying for the greens. But Janeah, another thing, I'm sure you've had halal meat plenty of times, but if you have, that it tastes totally different because, they're draining the blood. So that's another thing. A lot of the sickness that comes in our community, in all communities, but definitely in ours, because we got to eat meat. You know what I mean? A lot of it is coming from the fact that the animals are sickly. A lot of those animals are being injected with, I'm sure if you've ever seen a documentary, What the Health, they literally showed you how they're literally cutting out big, huge blood clots out of the cows. And then they're just cutting them out, draining them out, and cutting the meat up and sending it to you. So you're eating all of that. All of that is what you're taking into your body. So, and that's why, Muslims as well as Jews, they do halal or kosher meat because, when they're slaughtering the animals, not only are they pronouncing the name, in the name of Allah, in the name of God, they're draining the animals until all the blood is gone. And if you follow Dr. Sebi or know anything about what he said, the disease is in the blood. The disease in the blood. That's why it's so important to drain the blood from the animals, because just doing that alone, not only does the meat taste fresher, it makes it more tender, but literally you're draining out all of that infection, if it is infection in the animal. And then you're pronouncing the name of God. Like a lot of these places when you go to, okay, let me just move it away from Muslim. I don't have to be Muslim. Let's just go back to the Bible. When they were killing those animals, they were pronouncing God's name over those animals. You know what I mean? And that's like these people doing this stuff now, they beating the animals. They're doing all kinds of shit to them. So it's nothing godly about it. You just literally some wicked person is preparing your food, and now you're taking this and putting it in your body.
And that, people don't even think about that, but yet they'll say they don't think about how meat was prepared before it gets to their house. But yet people will always say stuff like, I just don't eat from anybody. I don't eat out of nobody, something. I don't know how they cooked or how they prepared it. But you're doing the same thing with,
yes, you are,
all of the products that you're actually getting, everything, especially meat and stuff like that. If it's been processed, you don't know how it's been processed, who's processing it, if it's properly been processed, or even like you're informing me now that it was that Mr. Ed was added to it. You know what I'm saying? That you need a whole Derby horse or something.
And even like your beefs, all of your beefs, especially your ground meat, so they add food coloring to that to make it more red, so it looks more appealing. I mean, it's just a whole show of crazy out here in the market. And so now take that away and
red number 5.
Exactly. Bingo. There you go. But now they're even removing that and replacing it with literally genetically modified, products that literally are just not real. Like I said, it's so funny because I remember some years back when people were talking about China and China was the one that I saw where they were making the fake cabbage. Did you ever see that? Where they were making it out of plastic?
Yeah, I saw the rice. I saw the rice out of the bags. Yeah.
Bingo. So once again, all of these different products, and now by them making it law to have, not have to be real food, you just opening the door for all kinds of crazy stuff. And I'm not singling out China per se. I just named that because that's what I saw as far as, with the cabbage and the rice. But America, they doing their thing too. I mean, hell, they girl, please.
Y'all need to research that about the rice, because I was astounded when I saw that. Like, they astonished when I saw that. When I saw that they are making actual rice grains out of plastic, like the plastic shopping bags that we get, and you wouldn't even know. So there was some way that you could tell whether it's the real rice or not.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I saw it that I actually forgot.
I'm going to post that. I have a thing to show you a few different foods you can tell that are real and not real.
Oh, please post that, and I'm going to share it so the people that are watching this can also get it and see, because I totally forgot how you could tell if rice is real, and I love me some rice. So I need to be checking to make sure that I'm eating real rice, because I'm not trying to eat a bowl of shopping bags.
Yeah.
Well, what is that going to do to your digestive
basmati? I'm a basmati rice fan. That's some of the best rice. A lot of people like jasmine, and jasmine is very good, but basmati is just, it's amazing. And a lot of times it comes from a lot of Middle Eastern countries, and a lot of them are, a lot of Indians, the bottom line, a lot of people that, are
healthy.
Bingo. And definitely want to know where their food is coming from.
Their BMI is in the majority of their BMIs are where they're supposed to be. We're one of the fattest countries. I hate to use the word fat, but we are one of the fattest countries out here. I mean, we eat the most BS. I think we're the only country that really allows most of the BS that we eat, because a lot of the things that we eat, they are not even
they're banned in other countries
or produce other countries. So
and like
did
you
said, die? But did you die?
Exactly. And wake up tomorrow and do the same thing. We have to get into the habit of learning how to eat to live. We have to get back to that concept. Because if you're not, it is just so important. And like you say, it's just, that's the whole thing. Did you die? But then when somebody died, it don't matter, girl. People die from high cholesterol, high blood, and we still sitting right at the table at the repast, okay, eating the same shit that killed them. So,
girl, this reminds me of when I lived in English Oaks, girl. When I was living in English Oaks, and I was a leasing agent there, girl, and lived there, right? So I'm doing checks. I'm going around the building. Now, in English Oaks, it's every foreigner from every damn country you could get was living in English Oaks, right?
Okay.
So we had there's two sets of Bosnian families that was here, right? There's a Bosnian family, and then across from them was an Asian family. Now, the Bosnian family who lived right outside my door, I come out the house one day, they had the whole kitchen table in the front, in front of their house, with a whole cow on that mother sucker. And the whole family was around the table chopping the cow up.
Teamwork.
And I was like, where the F did they buy a whole damn cow? I mean, the legs, the head, the ears, everything. But it was only skinned. It was just, the meat. I was like, what the? See, now they done came over here, and they still practicing what they practice.
Yeah.
But, girl, I had to go talk to him. And the man was like, no, we buy fresh meat. We don't buy processed meat. I said, well, damn. Okay.
And a lot of them are buying them from halal meat markets.
Company coming over. Can you take this can you take this cow to the backyard? Because
most foreigners are purchasing their stuff from halal and kosher meat markets. You can believe that.
Girl, and then now that was them, right? That was the Bosnians. But the Asians
but a lot of
lived
Bosnians
across
are
the way.
Muslim. A lot of Bosnians are Muslims.
The Asians that lived across the way, right?
Okay.
Now I'm going to walk through the back, and they little enclosed porch area. They got a string from one side to the next side, and the little wooden fence that used to be back there, right? And they got 4 cats hanging off that mother sucker. Skin. Not no skin or nothing. They didn't. I was like, so this is really true. Y'all really do cook cats. And I was just like, damn, I have never looked at a chicken wing at a Chinese restaurant the same.
Let me tell you something, baby.
I was like, they got 4 cats hung up here, and there's no skin
on them. If it's not shrimp, I do not mess with it. I don't care. You're not about to give me no damn you know, I'm not, let me tell you something. I'm not finna fuck with you, Janeah. I ain't finna get banned with you. Hell no. But you get my whole point.
Right. I'm just saying, you know, you guys get into your food, where it's coming from, how they processing it, and what's going on. But let's get back to pea shoots. Okay, okay, okay.
Instead of
We
smoked cats on the wood panel, okay?
smoke cats on the back porch, okay? Because it happens.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
when you started this business, did you have like what were there obstacles, big obstacles you had to overcome, finding space or the time frame of getting your did you waste product in the beginning, things like that?
No, not really finding space because I knew from the jump I was going to be using a converted grow space, and I had extra room in the house, so I just kind of moved some things around. So that wasn't a big issue. It was more so just making sure I had everything because there are so many little moving parts to get started with the equipment. So just making sure I had everything, the setup and everything was correct. That was one thing. I'm reading the comment, I'm reading the comment, but yeah. So that was one thing. What was the second question? You said was hard getting started. What was the second one?
Like, did you waste product?
No,
Trying
because
to
I'd already allotted, like I said, that whole 6 months was just a learning curve, you know, researching and doing things. So that's why I was doing the videos in the beginning, which I'm going to start back, but just kind of just going through the process of, you know, the ups and downs, the growing pains, you know, learning what medium grow, what type of nutrients to put in there, just all of those different things, the temperature in the room. I mean, because like I said, by being a converted grow space, everything is controlled. So you have to make, if it's cold, you have to make sure it's warm enough, but not too warm, and make sure it's not too humid and too dry. And, you know, literally, so it was all of those things, trying to do it in the home and just keeping
okay,
everybody completely away from that space. Like, don't come
okay.
and put your personal drinks in the refrigerator, please. Thanks. You know, like, you know, because I have a separate, you know, refrigerator that I'm using strictly for that. But, you know, I have all boys. So, you know, and to them, my second refrigerator upstairs, I don't got to walk all the way downstairs. Yeah, you do.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
But so those were some curves. Like I said, having sons and them just understanding that, okay, I've turned this into a workspace. You can't treat it like a home space. Everything has to be separate. But once we got past that, you know, it was cool. It was good to go.
Okay, so I know like with growing cannabis, you know, I know a little something about growing cannabis. So I grew a nice plant a year and a half ago. It was so beautiful. But one thing that I learned is that is a very tedious process. I mean, and I was just telling someone who was inquiring about the process, like if you don't have the time, you know, that you could dedicate to this, it's almost like having a pet. You can't leave it alone because every day you have to attend to it. And even if you have cameras on it, when you're gone and you see something's going on, you need to be able to get right there to either it needs water, it needs no water, drain, or whatever it is. Is growing microgreens that tedious too? Like, is it an everyday process that you have to be on top of making sure the water, the pH balance, all that stuff is right?
Yeah, you definitely have to make sure all of those elements are right, but it is a little bit different. It's funny you say that. I just know someone that literally just got rid of their whole grow operation for weed because of exactly what you just said.
Girl,
But
it's so time consuming.
so this is why, now I'm gonna go ahead and throw a sales pitch in here. This is why you have to check out the Tower Garden. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, because the
okay,
Tower
okay.
Garden, I'm not even joking. Look online, look up growing marijuana on the Tower Garden. This one guy in California. I mean, girl, when I tell you, up to the sky. Literally, his plants are up to the sky. So, you know, the beauty of the Tower Garden is that so okay, the difference, the microgreens, it's hands-on process. I mean, you're like you just said, you can't just walk away from them. You have to water them twice a day. Like I said, make sure all the elements are right, all of that. But with the Tower Garden, you still have to do that, but it's such a limited amount of water that you have to do. Everything is, it's kind of like a drip system. So once it's in there,
Okay,
it kind of is dripping in. So that kind of takes a lot of it away from it. And just all the things that come with outdoor growing. You know what I mean? Now with the Tower Garden, you can grow indoors as well as outdoors. But for me and what we're talking about now, I'm going to, you know, more so indoors.
okay, okay. Cool, cool. All right. Well, this has been very informative, and we're just gonna switch real quick, switch up our topic real quick before we go ahead and close this out. I want to make sure I cover all aspects of your bossnicity ways, of the boss hats that you wear. So I do know as well that you are an author. right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I am.
So can you tell us about your book or books, like the name of it? Because I want us to plug every way you got money coming in on here.
Well, all right. Well, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it, darling. Yeah, so I'm a children's book author. I write under the name Shasha Bazaar. I have several books available on Amazon. They're pretty much all geared towards. So I have this one series, the Elementary School Blues, that I'm working on, and the first release of that was Timothy Toodles and his Tailored Tuxedo. And like I said, even outside of the series that I'm working on, I have a number of other books. Like I have learning the ABCs, learning the colors in different language, in Spanish as well as English. It's even in Lord, just lost my train of thought. I have it in a few different languages. Is the bottom line. Okay. Okay. Swahili. I'm sorry, Swahili. Yeah,
Really?
I do. But the problem is, okay, so Amazon, yeah, that's one that you would have to buy on Linktree, because Amazon, they are not equipped to basically convert to sell in Swahili. It's not one of the languages that they actually will allow you to sell in yet. But yeah, I do have a few of the books that are in different languages. So yeah, that's actually something I'm going to pump really hard as well, especially starting back up this season. I'm writing something around growing the microgreens that's dealing with kids. So that's something that I'm really going to pump when the season starts. But just the books in general. I got so off into Pea Shoots, I kind of like put a lot, because it just came, it just came at me. So I kind of put a lot of things to the side. But, one thing about me, I'm a serial entrepreneur. So I believe in chasing the bag, letting it come to me however, So yeah, that's something that you guys will be seeing a lot more of this year.
Y'all make sure y'all check out her books. Go on Amazon, type in
Shasha Bazaar,
Shasha
SHA.
Bazaar.
Yep. And so I'm on Facebook as well as Instagram as well under Shasha Bazaar.
Okay, because y'all, I love the graphics in her books. They look so good.
Thank you.
Person that did her drawings and graphics, they look so
That would
good.
be
They're
me.
modern, urban. See, yeah,
Well, the graphic,
modern
no. Okay, so for Timothy Toodles, no, I actually did work with an illustrator, but for the graphic design, yeah, that's all me.
Love it, love it. They all look so good. I looked at the whole collection
Hey,
on Amazon. I love it. I tagged them all in my favorites so I can go back and find them.
thank you.
I'm loving it. Anything else? Any other business adventures
Yeah, so
or
so Lord, so you are, Sharif and Cobra LLC. We have a virtual call center. We're always hiring, so definitely check us out. Sharif, hello at sharifcobra.com. Right now, we're currently hiring for a number of different positions, all remote, mostly customer service and sales. Yeah, so definitely check us out with that. And even though I don't have them on, because let me just say this, because people always like, you sell lashes, you don't ever have them on, because look, you already know. Okay, look.
well, we don't even get into all that. So,
Yeah, okay, because
yeah.
you already know, girl, I'm not beat at all. So, but the thing is, that's just the truth. But I actually blacklash.com, blacklash.vip. Okay, please check us out. We definitely have the lashes. We've been doing that for a few years as well. So check us out. And there's strip lashes. So for people who are into strip lashes, please check out blacklash.vip as well.
Girl, that's 4 streams of income we just talked about, okay? So that is the way you become a multimillionaire, by having multiple streams of income. And sis know if one thing ain't doing good right now, she got 3 more things to fall back on. If she can't pump this up, she could pump that up right now. I didn't even know
Absolutely.
you was doing the lashes, girl. That's what's up. Probably because I don't
And
do the deep thing either.
yeah. And the same, like I said, I'm just a natural girl overall. It's just me. You know what I'm saying? I don't do a lot of, and I'm not knocking nobody who do. It's all good. But just for myself personally, that's just, I've just always been this way. So it's all good. But I want to say one thing though before we end. Well, I'll wait until you look. Let me let you say.
That's good. Keep that in your mind, because that's going to be the last question I ask you if you have anything to add. And we're almost done anyway, so you're good.
Oh,
We're almost done.
well, I enjoyed you as always.
I know this has been great. So, what would you only have like 3 questions left? So, what would you say to the person who is scared to get out here who has an idea of a business idea, have some kind of passion that they want to turn into business, but they're scared to do it. They have naysayers, or they're scared that people aren't going to support them or receive them. What would you say to that person that's scared to leap into the entrepreneur world?
So let me say this, and this is for everybody, but I'm definitely speaking to my people, right now. We have to, you know, at this point in time, everything is uncertain. The only certainty is change, basically. So we have to basically shed that old slave mentality and take on the sire mentality. And the sire mentality is strategize, investigate, research, and execute.
Okay.
And like I said, for years, we've had the man's foot on our neck. So, we haven't been able to really tap into that frequency. But now that, those things have been lifted and we're moving on into a different time frame, now's the time to take advantage of that. Like even with the farming, a lot of us, we're not with tilling the land. It's just too closely related to field work, slavery, all of that, and we just not with it. But like I tell everybody, we need to shed that mentality, because the master always made big bucks. It was the labored field hands that was working vigorously for free, but the master was rich up in the big house. So my point is,
Right.
scoot over, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
right, right.
Like,
Right.
and it's just that simple, So I would definitely tell as many of our people that are interested in that, definitely look into farming. It's only 4% of Black farmers in the United States. You know what I mean? So, and hey, it's just, and this is
Yeah,
what
I
you
saw
asked
that on
earlier
your
about urban
page.
farming. That's where a lot of urban farms come in to kind of counter that, because like I said, we don't have the land, but a lot of people are growing in alternative, ways.
Spaces. Right, right, right. Yeah, I saw that on your what about us on your page, and I was really shocked to see that it's only like 4% of urban farmers. And I know you were saying you're proud to
Mhm.
be a part of that small community,
Yeah.
and it's a small community with
Mhm.
a big deal in a small
Yeah,
community,
yeah. And then Janeah, a lot of our farmers, the reason why we're into a lot of this now with the, I'm sure everybody know about the land, about with the Black farmers, this whole battle that's going on. But one thing that's not talked about is that a lot of those farmers sold the land, and I don't want to say to the highest bidder, because they had a number of reasons, mainly because these kids don't want to get out here and do the work.
and
You
they're
know,
getting too old to
they
keep it
get to,
up. Yep.
exactly. So but what happened was, after they sold the land, they were given the option. They said, okay, well, you can sell us the land, but you can still live on the land and lease it from us. And that's the worst thing you can ever do, because at any point they can put you off. So when you hear people talking about land grabs, I mean, it is a land grab, but technically they sold the land too. So my point is, just got to change the narrative. We got to change. You got some family that got some land and it's just sitting there. You're sitting on top of a gold mine. You're sitting
Right,
on top of
right,
a gold
right.
mine. Take advantage of that.
Okay,
Yeah.
girl. So how do you define success?
Well, for me, defining success is basically to still create a I don't want to necessarily go monetarily, but that's important, you know what I mean, because everything is based off of that. But basically in a comfortable circumstances that don't require me compromising myself. So if I can still be my same authentic self and be successful at the same time, and still fear God and praise God and worship God, and not have no ifs, ands, or buts about that, then I'm good. I'm good. I don't care about being in the in crowd. I don't care about I'm definitely not about to follow nobody. So then if I'm going to follow anybody or anything, it's going to definitely be the path of God. So that's just always been me. You know what I mean? Period. End of story. So yeah, like I said, if I can still be my same authentic self, feed my family, shine some light on some things that can uplift our community. I mean, because that's definitely big to me. You know what I'm saying? At this time, it's about a us thing, about us coming together, pulling together, and changing our circumstances as a people. So I define that as success. If I'm doing any of those things, I've reached some level of success.
Okay, okay, okay. So, in your opinion, what are the qualities of a successful entrepreneur?
Okay, well, so the first thing, of course, is money. You know what I mean? You are actually getting a profit, because a lot of entrepreneurs, when they start out, they're not making any money. You're putting out a lot, but you're not getting a lot back. You're spending it on marketing, on product, on I mean, just events, these showcases or vendor spots, spend $400 to prepare. This is just hypothetical. And you may go and make $100. You just never know. So, I mean, I would say definitely, you know, where you're able to actually see a positive, you know, a positive in this. And then you have people who are willing to word of mouth you. You know what I mean? That's a very big deal. You know what I mean? You know, when you have all of you basically have to have it lined up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it's going to be trial and error, but once you get going, just proceed. You know, like I say, you know, a lot of people tell you, you know, you'll hear people saying you need to slow down or you're moving too fast. Well, you know, hey, success loves speed. You know what I mean? Success loves speed. It's fluent, it's steady moving. So, you know what I mean? You have to catch on to that frequency. You know what I mean? So I would just say, you know, stay with that. And don't let anyone tell you can't do it, because just because they can't do it doesn't mean that you can't. So stick to your dreams and just go all the way. You're going to have those bumps, those stumbles, those ups and downs, but just stay the course.
Okay, all right. So where can the people find you? Where can they find Pea Shoots and Co? Where can they order your products or learn more about your products?
So you can come to the website, peashootsandco.com. We're on social media under peashoots.co. As I said, we're going to be having a master class. You can, if you're in the local area, you can order on DoorDash. Any of the frozen or dry goods are shippable. Yeah, and like I said, you know, when you catch us, I'm going to, you know, start doing a lot more videos. I may even start doing some lives. You know, I'm not a camera person. I'm just not. Right. So I'm not going to hold me to that. But if I do, you know, jump in there, talk to me, ask all your questions. I don't want to be nobody's second, third, fourth, or fifth wife. Okay. I threw the extra fifth in there, but I'm just saying. So, because you know, as soon as you say that, people be out, girls, all kinds of crazy be jumping on in there. So, sit down. But like I said, sit your ass in that corner and shut up. Okay. But yeah, but outside of that, yeah.
Where can they find you on social media?
Pea Shoots and Co. I'm sorry, peashoots.co. Peashoots.co. That's on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Okay, so all of them are peashoots.co?
Yes.
All right, cool. Yeah, I like your Instagram is lit. It has a lot of action going on. You would not believe that it was only a year and a half that you've been doing this, because you got a lot going on. Like, you're really active, which means that you are providing a good service, that people really like it, that they're coming back. You have repetitive customers and all of that. So I want to give you your flowers. I'm so proud of you. I remember us having that conversation, like I said earlier, when you was like, girl, I'm about to start growing microgreens. I was like, what? You know, I'm like, what kind of, you talking about micro plants? And you like, no, not that type of greens, you know. So I just want to say, sis, I'm proud of you to know that you're an author. You got the online call center going on. I didn't know about that. I didn't know about the lashes. I just knew about this and the books. So your flowers, girl, while you're on this side of the dirt, like, I'm proud of you. I've known you. We haven't talked about this, as I usually don't do it in the beginning. You know, I've known you since we was like 15,
yes,
15, 14. It's been a long time. We graduated high school together.
She's the first person to introduce me to beanies, everybody. Let me just throw that out there, okay?
Girl, we have had some times, okay?
Girl, so yes, we have.
So many of my friends come into their own, like, passionate, their business, and the passion I see from you guys, it's wonderful. So I'm blessed to be able to have this platform to talk to you guys and to allow other people in your life to hear about you, to hear about how you're moving, how you built these things, what you've been through. It is amazing, girl, and you still so bright and vibrant. It's a beautiful thing to see. You're a mother as well, so we put that out there. She is a mother and a serial business owner, and she's holding it down. You know, you got those boys, girl, raising these boys nowadays ain't no joke. And your kids are not little, they big boys. So
yes, they are.
When they get to that age, you know, we have to put a lot more protection, covering, praying, and everything over them, because we want our brown boys to come home every night. We want our brown boys to be here next month, to be here tomorrow. And so you're you're providing a good role model and a good base for them. And it's a beautiful thing to see, sis. Some of us are not, it's a lot of us, we stay in contact with each other from high school, and some of us have not elevated past high school.
Yeah.
And yet we are so much older, and some of us are still doing the same things we were doing in high school. And so it's good to be able to highlight the people that have made these boss moves. There's so many coming up. One of our good friends, both of our good friends, Mr. Philip Rowland, will
Oh,
be coming
that's my
through.
bro.
Yes, yo, bro. Okay.
Oh, yes,
You know,
absolutely.
Phil is like one of my best male friends from
Mm,
high school too. So
same
I'm
here.
excited that he is going to become. I know, right?
Yes,
So
because
I'm excited that
he has an amazing athletic wear line.
and that's what we're talking
Yes,
about. So
yes, yes, yes.
we're bringing his line to the platform too. And so I'm just excited to
Oh my God,
have
I got it.
all of you
Okay, when is that?
here.
Because I got it. Because that you already know. Let me tell you something about Phil. Let me just shine a little light on this psycho. Okay, I knew me and Phil were gonna be like this from when we were in Black History class. I'm telling you, because girl, we used to be in there cutting up, and when I tell you, it has been on ever since. I think we both recognized the crazy in each other.
Yes.
And it's literally been on, but that's just a great guy. Y'all make sure y'all check out Philip Rowland. He is just an awesome, authentic person that I got much love.
I want to say we're going on the 19th. I believe it's the 19th. Don't quote me on that, but I will be putting it up. And I want to say it's the 19th, but he's definitely locked in. He's coming through. We're going to talk about the fitness line and whatever else he has going on or whatever else he's doing. I'm so excited about that. Just excited to have these conversations with you guys because I do see you all as bosses. And I don't take that lightly when I call you all bosses. I seriously mean that because you are a boss,
Yeah.
not a boss chick, not a boss. You know what I'm saying? But you are a boss. And so that's why I don't talk about how I know you guys when we first come on here because I only want to honor you as a boss
Mm-hmm.
because that's what you're coming on here for, to
Yeah.
talk about that hat that you wear, not necessarily our friendship. So good kudos to you, Queen. This has been a great interview.
Thank you.
Lots of laughs, great information. So
Oh,
you said there was something that you wanted to add. Now is the time where I ask, is there any last bit of advice, any nuggets or gems you want to drop on the people? Go ahead and let it flow.
well, you know what? I actually ended up kind of saying it already in the midst of, like I said, I'm long-winded, so it kind of veered off into it a little bit, just about us getting off into farming. But I mean, like I said, just always be mindful that what you do frequently becomes your frequency. So if you know that, you're gearing towards something, stay the course. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing. But one of the things I wanted to say to you, darling, let me just give you your flowers. I am so proud of you. And I have a question for you, but I'll save that to the very, very end. Look like we ain't at the very, very end, but to the very, very end. You know, even just, what even motivated you to get into this field as far as, on this platform to shine light on others? Because I think it's just amazing what you're doing. Like I said, we've had many conversations about things that we want to get off into, our own personal issues that we were, just a million and one things. And
Right.
you now, I mean, just like you said, it's vibrant and upbeat and just ready to take the world by storm. I'm just like, oh, hey, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, you look good, you're sounding good.
Thank
Walking, talking
you.
like a boss, all of it. So I'm so proud of you as well, Janeah, and I'm not the crybaby type. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay,
Girl,
Lord, I hope that
look, I was hoping I wasn't gonna need this
but see,
on this
I'm
one
more so
because
I'm probably gonna make you laugh while I make you cry.
yeah, I appreciate that because girl, I cried with Cherie, I cried with
I saw you.
Sophia, I ain't cried with Hassana. We was too busy joking and
I think
laughing,
I
girl.
saw
She
you
had
start crying.
girl,
I
yeah,
said, look
she
at all these
did.
crybaby ass niggas around. Like, what is that? Well, no, I'm just joking. No, it's all
But
love.
what started me to do this is I have worked with so many people. Okay, I've worked with so many people helping people. I worked with so many people trying to get myself to a certain level. And at the end of the day, most of the people that I worked with, I just helped them get to where they needed to be. And I never really got what I needed or what I should have had or things like that. And then there were other people that I worked with that I just understood that they just lacked a lot of business knowledge. They lacked knowledge with a lot of different things, right? So I had to go through a process of forgiving a lot of people that I worked with for things that happened and things that they did. And I said to myself, like, how can I help people? Like, how can I help small business owners and entrepreneurs? And how can I help people, like, give advice to these people that are struggling without me saying to these people, like, man, your business is all messed up, but you could use some advice or this and that. Well, I just thought about it, like, I just know so many people that are business owners. Why not start talking to them so other business owners can chime in and get some nuggets or see themselves in these people who want to start businesses but are scared, can chime in and say, hey, man, I wanted to get into farming. She gonna be talking to somebody that's farming. Let me chime in and see how I could possibly get started or some type of nuggets. And so this is probably one of the first things I've done in a long time that I feel so happy with. Like,
It's a
I
happy
probably am all
space.
bright, right? Because I'm happy because I'm doing something that I love. I'm talking to my people, and I really love that. It really brings joy to me. So I'm happy that I can do this. And then even in the background, I'm connecting you guys with each other. So when we
Right.
get off these lives, there's always somebody asking me about you guys or somebody who's ordered from this person because of this live. So if one person connects with you through this live, I've done my job.
That's right.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. So I don't know where this is going to go. I know that God told me to get up and move and do it. And so I'm going to do it. And I know He's just going to open up the doors for
That's
whatever it needs to be. But I definitely thank you for the flowers. I thank you for that. It really gets me mushy when I hear people say things like that to me because I don't really look for it. I don't
you
look
about to
for
cry right now.
anybody. Girl, I'm not. I'm cool. I'm
I hear
pulling it
your
back.
voice kind of shaking a
I'm pulling
little.
it back. I'm pulling it back. I don't really be looking for this from people. So when I hear it, I be like, oh, like really? Because this is for me, it's all about highlighting you and putting the giving you the flowers. And this is why I put myself on one flyer. And when I put myself on that flyer, I was like, man, did I take away from his light? And I probably didn't, but I just really feel like this is all about the people that I'm highlighting. So I don't even put myself on the flyers because I really want to highlight y'all's businesses, your color schemes, your logos, whatever you have going on. I want to put it all on your flyers so people could see you because they're going to see me in the interview. It doesn't matter. But I want people to know what they coming for. What they coming for. Yeah, this is what this person is doing. Look at their color scheme. Look at how much they put together.
Yeah.
It shows that you guys are serious about your businesses. You took time, and things like that. And so some of us need that. Some of us need to see that. And I'm really excited about all the Black men that I have lined up
Awesome.
because there's not a lot of us, a lot of our Black men out here doing their own thing. And so I want to make sure that we always have them on here so people can say, yeah, our brothers are doing that thing.
That's right. That's right. They get
They
a
are.
bad rap. You know what I mean? It's so many brothers doing so many great things. And like you said, it is beautiful that you're shining the light on them. I mean, that's from people in general, but like I said, our people, Black business and the importance of it. So I salute you, sister, 100%. I see you after always doing your work, always, putting, giving, Black businesses, Black people, Black communities their roses and being out in the midst with the people, that makes a very big difference. It's one thing to
Yeah,
stand
it
behind
does.
the camera and talk about it, but it's a whole other thing to be out in the midst of it. So I definitely salute you on that. And like I said, keep at it because I can see the platform going to great heights. I mean, you have great energy. The whole concept of it, the aesthetic, everything is just amazing. So yeah, I'm a fan.
Woohoo! All right, sis. Well, our time is definitely up.
All
Yeah,
right.
our time is definitely up.
How long we been
We
on here?
got a girl. We've been on here an hour and 26 minutes.
All right. Well,
So
hey,
we did our thing. You know
yes,
what I'm saying? And it don't even feel like it's been that long, but I just knew it had been past the hour, which I have no problems with. I appreciate you giving me this time and allowing me to have that time and not, being like, hey, I got to get out here. So thank you for allowing me
you're
to.
cutting into my weed time now, okay?
Right, right. I'm cutting into
Look,
your
I
private
already know
time.
the vibes. I already know what time. Like I said, it's definitely time. Yes, it is.
So it's all good. I thank you, sis. And this won't be our last time talking because your baby is only a year and a half old. So, I can't wait to come back and interview you in 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
That's right.
And one thing I wanted to ask you, do you want Pea Shoots are you looking for Pea Shoots to be open in other places? Are you going to franchise it out, something like that, where people can open in other states?
Absolutely. I've already had multiple people reach out about that, but I'm not ready just yet for that because there are a few things I want to do. One of the main things I want to do is try to expand it out to a full farm, full size, small farm, about, like I said, 4 acres. So that's one of the things that and just have everything, the tower gardens and microgreens and all of that. But to answer your question, ultimately I definitely consider friend. I actually had someone who but I just wanted to hold off for a moment, but in Buffalo, New York, they were very serious about it. But like I said, that was kind of in the early stages, and just want to get a few more things in place, like with the granola. It's taken on the healthy snacks have taken on a life of their own, even outside of Pea Shoots and the healthy stuff. I mean, like, that's a whole thing. I have organizations literally reaching out to me like, hey, I want to get some of that to give out. Like, I have this one lady, she's promoting getting the vaccine. Okay, so she's promoting getting the vaccine, but they are using, but she's giving out my
with healthy
snacks.
Treats.
Huh? So what you say? What'd you say?
With healthy treats.
Well, they're using them as an incentive. I repeat, who am I to judge? You know what I'm saying? So, but the bottom line is people are loving them. So, like I said, I mean, I have a meeting coming up with the Rotary Club of East Orange, and they're going to, that's an international club. And they want to find out how they can shine light internationally on the healthy snacks and so forth. So, like I said, that's just the whole thing within itself. But yeah, I'm going to get, go ahead and get professional packaging for that, because like I said, it started out just kind of selling them, but now that it's taken on a whole life of its own, I want to go ahead and get actual Pea Shoots packaging for it. But yeah, that'll be, so I'm definitely going to send you all the flavors, because I'm telling you, girl, the pineapple and sour apple is just, oh my God.
Oh, I can't wait. All right.
Yeah.
All right, sis. Well, we're going to come back and do a part 2. Whether it's a year from now or 2 years, I want to check back in with you. I want to see what you have, created, because there's going to be new things you're going to create. And this has been so educational for people. I do want to come back. So I'm going to check back with you in a year. I'm going to put the date down. I'm going to put it down in my phone and my calendar right now.
Well, no, I want you to actually know, but I want to review. When I see your package.
I know I will give you a review.
Okay.
Girl, I'm going to give you a review. When I get that package, I'm going to definitely give you a review. I'm going to actually go live while I'm tasting it.
Oh, yeah.
I want them to see how it comes, how it comes to me. Mm-hmm. So I want them to see how you send it, the packaging, how it looks, all of that good stuff. So you're definitely going to get a review. And I'm hoping, I'm not even hoping, I'm going to put this out there, that when we do our next interview, it won't be like this. It's going to be live.
All right, in the studio.
Where we can actually put the camera on the greens, on the microgreens, because we're saying microgreens. It's only because I've been following you that I even know what they look like. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have known what microgreens are if I wasn't actually following your process. When I remember when you first got your first little shoots coming up, when you first, because you ruined the tray. I remember like something went wrong with one tray, and I can't remember what it was, but I've been following you, so I know what they look like. It's amazing because they are micro. They're so little. So yeah, I want to actually be able to put the camera on and let people see it that way. And that's my goal actually for all of my first round bosses, to come back again and actually be in your spaces and touching whatever the products that you guys have.
Yeah.
So all of you
well, sister, you are welcome. Anytime you want to come out to the farm, maybe even when we do the master class, maybe invite you out. You look, girl, you might get flued out.
Girl, let me get flued out.
You
Okay?
may get flued out. Yes, that'll be awesome. Yeah.
All right, sis. Well, you can go on and we can go on and wrap this up
Yes,
so you
ma'am.
can light it up and get your head
Yeah.
back right and go on and so we can both get back into the
That's right.
Dion. What is it? Saving Dion?
Yes.
What is
So
yeah,
good.
Saving Dion. Girl,
It's
I gotta
good.
yeah, okay.
And
So
wait till you see who her new love interest is about to be. You're gonna be like, oh, okay.
okay, I can't wait. I
Yeah.
can't wait.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't think of his
All
name, but
right.
yeah.
All right,
Good.
sis. Well, you have a good night. It's been great. I'm gonna text you because I gotta make sure I have all your information so I can put it on the post where people can find you. Um, so I also want to include, I'm going to include the links to your books. So I could get those myself. I can actually go on Amazon and get them myself, but I want to make sure that people can find everything. So text me the link to your eyelashes, okay? Text me the link to your eyelashes and then whatever the people need to get onto your call center. You say you're
Yeah.
hiring.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
You're you're hiring for the call center. We'll make sure you guys within the next 72 hours, because I'm gonna keep it real. It might not all get up on there tonight. Once I shut this down, I'm shutting down. But within the next 72 hours, 48 hours, I will have all of her information on there. So if you saw any part of the interview where she's talking about she's hiring for the call center, which is great, people can work from home.
Oh yeah, it's all remote.
Remote, you can work from home. If you need lashes, because whatever's coming up, you got a hot date, she has a strip lashes going on. Okay, if you're thinking about, if you need some books for your kids, great novels that have characters that look like us,
That's right.
and very colorful, very colorful. It reminds me of Africa, your themes and your books, because all of those vibrant colors, which I love that. So if you guys need some books from the infants, the little ones learning
Well,
how to
that's the
do
name
their
of my book.
ABCs.
A is for Africa.
I,
Literally.
girl, so y'all see that, okay? So that's for learning the alphabet.
Mhm.
Then she has another series that's for like the preteens, right? Like for the
Yeah,
younger.
yep. The 12, 8 to 12. That's what they call it. That when they're starting to read chapter books and stuff like that.
Right. Chapter books. I mean, I'm going into detail because you just never know what a person needs or what they're looking
Yeah,
for. And there's so many of us that want to support us, but there are things that, we just don't have a lot of, we're not, you know, infiltrating these different areas. So I
that's
want people
right.
to know all that they can find from you. And don't forget, you guys, peashootsandco.com. That is her website.
Yes.
The card is on there. She has videos on there. You can see pictures of the microgreens so you guys know what we're talking about and all of the products that she sells and makes. And
Yes.
that's it, y'all. Another boss conversation with Janeah featuring Shafiqua Shah Sharif.
That's me.
Also the author, Shah Bazaar. Y'all, we got another boss. We just finished another boss conversation. Thank y'all for tuning in. Sis, thank you for visiting. I damn love your
I
ass.
love you right back,
And
darling.
I will be in tune with you after this.
That's right. All right. Love you much and much success.
All right. Thanks, Queen.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Pray up. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. Keep the same energy. Work on being better.